Draupadi Murmu was elected as the first tribal president of India. She is the first ever from a tribal background to reach the high office. Born in 1958, Murmu belongs to the Santhal Adivasi tribe of Orissa. She was twice elected as an MLA on BJP's ticket and also served as Jharkhand's governor from 2015 to 2021. Her elevation to the top post has been perceived as the BJP's outreach to Adivasis. But does political representation help? Can focus attention on the serious issue facing tribals all over the country, including the preservation of their culture and the gradual takeover of their lands? There are examples from history that show otherwise. After Ramnath Kovind, a Dalit, became the President of India 5 years ago, he did not raise any questions about the oppression of Dalits. The riots in Bhima Koregaon near Pune in 2018, in which Dalits were at the receiving end of the violence, drew no comment from Rashtrapati Bhavan. During his 2 terms in the Rajya Sabha as an MP, Ramnath Kovind raised a total of 283 questions, of which only 13 were directed to the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Among these, not a single question was directly about the Dalits of Uttar Pradesh, even though he belongs to the state. So, will the appointment of Draupadi Murmu as the first Adivasi president of the country be different? Successive Indian governments under Congress and BJP regimes failed to bring actual welfare to the community. Rather, in the name of Vikas or development, the state ordered evictions of the Adivasis from forest land to cater for industrial projects. Between 2002 and 2004, under the Indian Forest Act of 1927, 150,000 families or approximately 700,000 people were evicted from forests under the government of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The act was amended in 2006 under the Manmohan Singh government. Adivasis who could verify their ancestral connection to a forest land could stake their claim on the same. In 2019, the Supreme Court again ordered states to evict all individuals who had their claims rejected under the act. Reports show that 41.28% of the applications by forest dwellers were rejected. This order was stayed by SC and the matter remains sub judice. Incoming President Murmu's record of defending Adivasi rights is mixed. As Jharkhand's governor, she returned bills proposed by the BJP regime that aimed at changing the land tenure legislation, namely the Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act and the Santhal Paragana Tenancy Act, which would make it easier for outsiders to take away Adivasi land. But thereafter, she quickly passed changes in the Land Acquisition Act as well as the Freedom of Religion Bill 2017, which criminalizes conversion. The Adivasis from Dhinkia in Orissa, the home state of Draupadi Murmu, continue to face pressure from the opposition to a steel plant that is being constructed by Jindal-owned JSW Utkal Steel Limited. At least 72 criminal cases have been registered against 1,000 people, and 7 leaders are in jail, including Debendra Swain, who led the protests.
Draupadi Murmu is a gentle lady, no doubt. But her politics is with the RSS agenda and BJP's politics. She was MLA minister but never raised her voice for the cause of tribals when they were being victimized by the state repression and the corporate exploitation. In 2006, 2nd January, there was a mass murder of tribals by the police, and her party BJP was in power with Naveen Patnaik BJD. Never she raised any question. And every day the tribals are vulnerable communities because of state repression and corporate loot. Never we have heard her role anyway. And as a governor also in Jharkhand, she was with the government and she never raised the anti-tribal policies, ordinances. So we do not expect anything from her. Now as a president, she will follow the same thing what the present president, outgoing president is doing and committing, is loyal to the throne and the prime minister. She will be a rubber stamp president, no doubt. If she will do the opposite, it will be a great change in Indian politics and her name will be in history. But I think now the democracy is in peril and as a president she can't defend. Thank you all.
So, what are the political implications of this move? Draupadi Murmu's candidature for president was supported by opposition parties like Bahujan Samaj Party, Janata Dal Secular, Shiv Sena and Shiromani Akali Dal. Draupadi's elevation comes as Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, which have significant tribal population, which go to polls in 2023. Gujarat, where elections will be held this year, also has a 15% Adivasi population. The move may help the BJP electorally, but the real question will be, how will it help her fellow Adivasis?
द वायर के और वीडियोस देखने के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करें। स्वतंत्र पत्रकारिता की आर्थिक मदद करने के लिए डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए लिंक पर जाएं और अपनी राशि चुनें।